Hi colleagues and classmates, this is Jacqueline Houtman and I'm going to present to you Read and Write Gold, Assistive Technology for an Entire Learning Community. This was my final project for creating innovative uses of technology. I'll start with just a slideshow presentation and then I will walk you through the two lessons that I've designed. My rationale for this project is that the growth of educational technology in the classroom has had a tremendous impact on the availability and usefulness of assistive technologies, tools that support individuals with disabilities. One tool that I found incredibly useful is the software program, Read and Write Gold. Any implementation of educational or assistive technology requires a well-thought-out plan. To be included in a plan for Read Write Gold implementation, I've developed two separate lessons that highlight features of Read Write Gold, with the end result being that students can describe, demonstrate, and utilize these tools in their classrooms for their benefit. Read Write Gold is a program developed for individuals with learning disabilities. It's available for Mac and PC computers, individuals, and organizations. The software centers on a toolbar that can be applied to most Word documents, PDF documents, and websites. The screenshot feature allows it to access almost any reading material on a computer. The toolbar can be positioned anywhere on a screen and customized to the user's preferences. Features of Read Write Gold can be divided into three main categories: writing, reading, and research or study tools. These tools are advantageous to the general population, including students with special needs and language learners. As an assistive technology, features in Read Write Gold are similar to those included in ebooks: animations, pictures, highlighted text, dictionaries, and bookmarks. These scaffolds were studied by Gonzalez in 2014, who found that these supports have the ability to encourage mental processes in the same way a teacher or a tutor would. The study asserts that text-to-speech features have been utilized with practical benefits for many years, and they benefit the reading process in areas such as comprehension, fluency, reading engagement, and overall reducing the burden of decoding. Gonzalez's research found that these scaffolds increase student comprehension and their ability to summarize what they read. And Read Write Gold takes all of these different scaffolds and combines into one toolbar and one technology available for students. A study in 2006 tested the effect of four features included in Read Write Gold: speech synthesis, spell checking, homophone detection, and electronic dictionaries. The researchers explored the effects of these functions on student achievement and compared the results to a less specialized version in Microsoft Word. The study demonstrated several advantages of using the assistive software package Read and Write Gold for those with reading difficulties, and further claims that students showed significant improvement in reading comprehension using the speech synthesis tool. The four functions studied provided valuable assistance to individuals with reading difficulties and could be used at home or in the classroom to increase accessibility to a range of texts to assist with reading and writing. Speaking of accessibility, that's one of the reasons I believe Read Write Gold would be important for supporting the general student population. Holzberg asserts that the study and research tools in Read Write Gold, highlighters, spell check, looking up new vocabulary, are valuable to students and learners regardless of a formal diagnosis. She reiterates Read Write Gold's usefulness for both mainstream students and struggling learners. Read Write Gold provides flexible access to curriculum materials, so information is available not only in print form, but also electronically with text-to-speech access, dictionary options, supporting visual illustration, and the possibility of turning it into an audio file. An overview of my lesson plans. The content areas I chose were writing skills and mathematics. The first highlights the most common uses of Read Write Gold as an assistive technology for literacy support. But to showcase its versatility, I decided to create a second lesson in the content area of math. For each lesson, I provide the option for teachers to demonstrate features live or by using pre-selected instructional videos from YouTube. This will allow both a novice or an expert user of Read Write Gold to conduct the lessons. I could also, and have also, provided some of the instructional videos myself. A quick note about resources and technology needed. I really believe in a one-to-one laptop program in order to support assistive technology. Advantages of a one-to-one program include exposing students to technology to prepare them for today's society, potential cost saving, and access to new, unique, and historically unachievable learning experiences. But Bjorklund and Schaffhauser also reference the social context and its impact on students who use assistive technology. With the one-to-one program, students won't stand out as using something different. And when students feel like they're different from their peers, it's less likely they'll use any assistance. This is what makes it difficult sometimes when students don't want to use smart pens or an additional device that makes them look different from their peers. It decreases the success of an assistive technology. But when every student uses a device, this fear is diminished, and therefore it's more effective and more likely a student will use the technology provided. Aside from a one-to-one laptop computer and access to it, we need to have training from a specialist or expert on Read Write Gold. We need funding, whether school provided or privately purchased. The internet is not necessary once the program's installed because it can read any documents on the device with or without internet connectivity. Of course, to read a web document or access any of those materials, you do need to be online. These are 3 of my references from this presentation. And with that, I will go ahead and move on to my project itself. This was Creating Innovative Uses of Technology, my individual project. I've discussed some of my rationale already with you, and both lesson plans begin with a description, resources needed, prior knowledge, and just what students are asked to do exactly. In the first lesson, students will bring a written draft to class for the lesson. The teacher will demonstrate features of Read and Write Gold and the toolbar, and the hope is that students will then edit their papers using the Read and Write Gold toolbar and explore what it's like to edit using these tools versus the previous methods that they were using to edit their work. After they've completed their first revision, they will exchange papers with the peer and complete a peer review with one another. Again, to highlight different features of Read and Write Gold. Under Input here is where you'll see all of the features I ask to be demonstrated in a lesson. All the lessons should fit within a 60-minute time period. Toolbar, text-to-speech read aloud, scanning, speech input. These are just a these are just a couple of the features available on the Read and Write Gold toolbar. At the end of the lesson, I have placed videos, again, some that I've created, some from YouTube, as a reference for teachers who are not interested in doing the demonstrations themselves or don't feel comfortable. They can simply play these videos. I'll go ahead and click on Sounds Like. This is the homophone detection feature of Read and Write Gold. And I'll give you a quick minute to see what the videos look like and how they work.
Sounds like and confusable words. Some words sound the same or can be easily confused with others. The Sounds Like and Confusable Words feature can help you choose the right word by offering a tool that provides alternatives and descriptions. To check your text for similar sounding or confusable words, click on this icon. You will see the list of alternatives for the word, and when you click on each, there is a description here.
So as you can see, this is a very useful tool for making sure that you've spelled the correct word, especially when words sound similar or could easily be confused for another. This video is very high quality in my opinion.
This can be read by clicking on it and then the play icon.
And I just wanted to go back up here so I can show you that this is what the Windows toolbar looks like. I will actually open up Read and Write Gold on my computer and show you what the Mac toolbar looks like. So if a teacher, there's the Mac toolbar up there, would like to demonstrate features live, they can do so, and I'll go ahead and just demonstrate a few of the other features as well. Reading aloud, the speech or text-to-speech feature of Read Write Gold is very important. You just place your cursor in front of the word and come up and push the green play button.
Word prediction, similar to predicted text on our phones. This tool will help you come up with the next word when you are stuck off.
Okay, so that's how it will read aloud to you. You can see that it highlights the sentence, it tags the words as it's being read. Under Preferences, you can change all of these features to be customized to whatever your preferences are. You can even choose the accent, the tone of voice, the pitch of the voice, the speed of it being read, among all of the other things. You've already seen the homophone detection, and so I will actually move on to my math lesson. One quick note, the peer review includes a voice note, and this would be an audio file where students, instead of typing their comments, they would record an audio comment within documents. So this would be interesting to see how they feel about being able to speak their comments into the computer rather than typing them along the side. So just another interesting feature of Read and Write Gold. The math lesson is very similar in the way that it's laid out. For the math lesson, a teacher would actually have a lesson plan ready. So for example, I decided to use this lesson plan on trig ratios. And you could use a PDF, you could use a PowerPoint, any type of math lesson that you've already planned in advance that you would either have students work through independently, access at home, something like that. And so the teacher would then also demonstrate features of Read and Write Gold, again, that are applicable to a math lesson. And so here we are again at the input. For this lesson, I've chosen Screenshot Reader, the dictionary features, and Talking Calculator to help students work through this lesson. In the same way, after demonstrating features live or with the tutorial videos, students will work through the math lesson, complete practice problems, all while using features of Read and Write Gold. For this lesson, I've actually asked students to take screenshots as they're using Read and Write Gold and have the teacher collect that and whatever products they want at the end of the lesson. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate a few of these features as well. The Screenshot Reader will allow you to access anything on a screen to be read aloud. So for example, when you're reading a math text and you're looking at a diagram, you could choose to have the information read to you as you study the diagram.
A pennant in the shape of an isosceles triangle is shown at the right. The pennant has sides 13 and altitude v7 and a base 2x. Find the length of the base.
Okay, and so that's a demonstration of the screenshot feature. Again, this allows virtually any text to be accessed for reading aloud. The dictionary and picture dictionaries are a great tool to have if you are unfamiliar with the term. So let me see if I can just find, let's go to triangles. Okay, so if you are unfamiliar with the word triangles, you could go up to the dictionary feature. It will give you different definitions from the program. It will read aloud.
Triangles.
For pronunciation. You can look up different information on the word to just get a better understanding of the term. You can also click on this icon and it will take you to dictionary.com and give you even more information on a term. There's also a picture dictionary, so once again, going to triangles, if you prefer visual representation, you can go up to picture dictionary and it will generate pictures of what a triangle might mean. And as you can see, it covers all the different types of triangles that there are. Another feature, and this is more of a study skills tool that might be helpful for all students, is that you could highlight different terms. So perhaps you're highlighting your vocabulary terms. Angle. Oops. And so on and so forth. After you're done reading, you can come up and collect the highlights, and it will generate a report there. And from here, you can move on to word banks, vocabulary lists, etc. So that's just a great tool, I think, that any student might want to utilize with or without a disability. So again, at the end of the math lesson, there's also resources, tutorials and videos. And the hope is that at the end of these lessons, students will have had a demonstration of the toolbar, they'll have worked through using it, they will compare using it to having not used it and the ways that they were able to edit or work through a text in comparison to what they were using before. And the hope is that they'll be able to utilize these tools, find benefits for them, and employ them on their devices when they are in class and at home. Thanks for your time and for watching my presentation, and I look forward to hearing from you.